Hey, I've got this is Alex Dean and I've got Doug Darby here with me. And we're doing not only a Spring Fling wrap up, but we want to talk a little bit about fun flies and why you go to fun flies and what happens at fun flies. And maybe you're intimidated to go and you don't want to fly in front of people, or you think I have to get better before I go and things like that. And that's just not the case. So this is again kind of a wrap up of our Spring Fling, which is in where is that, Doug?
It's in Fredericksburg, south of Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Okay. So this is one of the biggest events of the year. This is the only video I got of myself flying. So here's my raw nitro flying. This was on Thursday. Friday was a rain out, and so I've got a few clips of just some of the big name pilots. Right, this is Mitch Morazes. This was on Thursday, so they're kind of putting their machines together and testing them. But their testing is pro level flying still.
To say the least. Yeah, this is on the. I think this is on the backside. There's actually two fields in Virginia, and there's
That's Simone
Simone.
Zunter. She flew in from Germany to come to this event this time.
Right, she actually taught a class over there, and if you want to learn more about flying, that's a perfect way. There's a lot of these fun flies that are putting on classes done by Simone, done by all kinds of great pilots. Nick Maxwell's done one. He's going to do another one that I know about. So anyway, lots of opportunity there if you wanted to learn how to fly or get coaching anyway from good people.
This was Jamie Robertson. He's kind of getting back into it. And I think this is like his maiden flight on his Tron.
It was, it was.
And this is the front side. So what we were looking at was the back side, but there's flying on both sides of the field. So there's always a lot of action going on. I think that's later on in the video they talk about, or we go through and kind of do a walkthrough of the whole thing.
Right.
So obviously at Fun Flies, this is Kyle Stacy. There's some intense flying. And Manny Nito on the BK Hobbies team did a drop in and did two skydive attempts here. So I would not call them attempts. They were impressive.
Yeah, it's that's one of the nice things about Spring Fling out at the Fredericksburg Club. There's always something going on. It's just full-time entertainment. Uh, I mean, aside from the flying and the caliber of the flying that you get to watch and the beautiful field, as you can see, these fields are just absolutely manicured. They have jet events at these fields, so you can imagine how nice the runways are. They're just really manicured. But anyway, it's yeah, there's so much going on. If you get a chance to get to Fredericksburg to either the Spring Fling or the fall mow down that they do in September. Oh, this is a good one. This is Manny getting ready to go up. Some pictures of the event. You can see.
That was taken from the plane that Manny went up in. It was Casey Campbell's plane that he flies.
Right.
And this is on Saturday around noontime. He did a fly, and they had gone to Walmart and gotten these streamers. My wife went to Walmart and got him pink and yellow streamers, and Manny hated the colors. It was so funny.
But it was good.
Yeah.
Very entertaining. I know the first time he did it, it absolutely scared the bejesus out of me. But
Yeah, I
I'm
did me
telling you,
too.
the guy's a professional to say the least. Here's another professional you get to see almost all the time. Nick Maxwell flying his NME.
And he's
The guy's
always
an
more impressive every time.
oh, absolutely an unbelievable performer to say the least. Been around for a long time, but I mean, you wouldn't. I mean, he's got the skills of a 18-year-old, even though he's a little bit
Yeah,
older than that.
it's pretty wild.
Right, but fun to watch. Nice guy to visit with. I mean, a lot to be learned.
So there's all
But
this stuff always going on, but I mean, this is Rick Gray. He also can put on a show, but you should not. There's while we're showing the video of all the amazing stuff going on the sidelines, there's lots of anything from just hovering and learning to hover to doing just soft sport flying, and everyone's learning. So there's no need to be intimidated to come to one and say, before I go fly in front of people, I have to be at a certain level.
and it's kind of like the first IRCH I went to. I was scared to death of doing any flying. So what I did is I came early and flied by myself. And there's that option here too. You get up early in the morning. You can go to the morning side field and have it almost all to yourself. Oh, there's Simone in her
Simone, she was
natural,
always changing clothes.
yeah, her natural dress. It
And you
was
can see
great.
everyone's just kind of standing around, and you got pictures with people and stuff like that. The
Yeah,
events are more social than they are about the flying. Yes, there's always exciting flying going on, but you're also just hanging out
Yeah,
with friends.
yeah, just it's a it's an unbelievable club that runs it. They just anything you need, they're there to take care of you. They've got air conditioned bathrooms, heated and air conditioned shower house, really really nice. Frankie Mortadillos working on our NME.
Yeah. So one of the
Always,
things that's cool is that when you go to these events, there's a lot of guys who have either been in the hobby for a long time and know what they're doing, or you can get some of the pros to work on your gear and help you get things flying better. And you not only learn about how to make your machine fly better, but then you have that knowledge and you go back to your club and you help your friends, and everyone's stuff ends up being better than it was before you went to.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. There's just anything that you can't figure out, there's somebody there that'll be more than willing to step up and help you out with it and get your stuff figured out. I mean, that's what these team guys are for. You know, they're there to help people, make it fun for you, so you become addicted to the hobby like the rest of us are.
Yeah. This is
It's
pretty
just,
much the BK team here, all crowded together.
mhm.
That's Ron Chorus. And there's just a good group of people always
Cliff
helping each
Lewis and
other out.
his daughter Maddie.
Yeah. So this is my walkthrough video where we just kind of go through the event. You can kind of see what all's going on. So we just walked away from the flight line. And this is Saturday, probably around 2 o'clock in the
Right, and
afternoon.
this is the main afternoon flight line that most of the activity goes on. I mean, guys fly here in the morning too. The sun's a little bit in your face, but if you wait till 11 o'clock or so, it's up high.
And there's people from all over. Marco's from Seattle.
Yep, Bellevue area. There's Nick.
And Diego from the LA Direct team.
Mm-hmm.
And there is Jamie and Raja. And
Mm-hmm.
you just get to where it's kind of fun. If you'll go to an event and you go there more than once, it becomes these friends that you have that you see at these events. And it's kind of like being in middle school is the way I describe it to people. It's magical.
Yeah, I don't fly at events nearly as much as I used to, and that's because I go there to see my friends and we hang out, have fun, fix stuff, break stuff.
Eat
You
good
know,
food.
eat good food, make fun of each other. There's the
Yeah.
main, and this field has paved road all the way into it, clear down the middle.
So we just walked the main flight line, and then we're walking back between this is Doug's trailer and another RV, and you've got Devin working on a gasser over here. So there's lots of room at this event to always. Not only is there always something going on, but if you like to fly a lot, this is one to go to because there's always room to be flying.
This is the night fly side. Also, you saw the light we just walked by. They have permanent lights on both sides of the shelter,
Yep.
and those lights get kicked on about dark. And usually, the last guy to leave the field shuts them off during the events. It's usually sometime between 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning. So
I took this clip just because it shows the messing around that goes on here,
yeah, that's
the
good.
fun stuff that people are just doing. So here we've got Casey out in one of his little 4x4. He comes up to us and says, "Hey, you want to take a ride with us?" And we were doing some random stuff, but it was a good time to just show the event. So, and if you look on the left-hand side here, I think there's like 4 nitros all in the air down the line. It was neat.
Yeah, it's very cool. Very cool. Casey Campbell and his dad basically own the ground and they lease it to the club.
Yep.
And it's just immaculately maintained. And
This is Devin flying the gasser.
yeah, is it? Yeah, if I can't hear it, I can't tell. But
I could see the pipe on the side of it.
okay, a little bit of Jamie Robertson. He's really just dialing in his Tron. It was, I think, the first weekend he flew it.
Yeah, it was kind of fun watching him dial it in because most of the time these guys show up and their stuff is in tip-top shape and you just assume that they always are flying like that. And so watching a professional having to do the same process that we do was really kind of nice to see.
Yeah, and considering he's been out of flying for almost 5 years and he just got back into it a couple of months ago, and
yeah, it was pretty impressive.
is going to compete at the Worlds again coming up. Here's Mitch, and Mitch Morosis is an unbelievable pilot. He's a Chicago City police officer by trade, has been for a couple of years, came out of the academy. and he loves to go to events. He doesn't have much time to fly. So 2 days before the event, he goes out and flies in his front yard and says, yeah, it feels good. And then he comes to the event and just puts an
That's
absolute beat
ridiculous.
down on his stuff. It's unbelievable. Totally unbelievable.
So
Steve
this right here,
Shaw.
that was the raffle, and then
Yeah.
I got into the night flying. So they do the raffle usually on at the evening of the Saturday, and
Mm-hmm.
then people are already on that side where the raffle was, and they go to the night flying.
Right. Raffle goes till probably a half hour before dark or dusk. And
Yeah,
Alex brought his Nightbird. It's a very impressive piece, to say the least.
this is one that I did based on Satinder's write up on Heli Freak, and it's programmed in music. But I cut all that out so Doug and I could just kind of talk about fun flies and what they're like. I believe this is Jamie and Ben doing a tandem night flight together.
Yep. Looks like it. Yep. Like they've done that before, it looks like, considering they hadn't practiced. These guys always amaze me. They never practice.
This is Diego Ars. I think that's his name. I'm sorry if I don't know your last name. And Ben and Jamie all flying those little Goose Guy S2s. And this was
Yeah, it
actually
was.
scary to be around because they were flying so close.
Yep. And the nitros are fun to watch at night. They give that their nice little vapor trail, keep the mosquitoes down.
Yes, they do actually help keep the bugs down. They're
Yeah.
super fun. I know one of these crashed here. I don't know if I cut that out of the video or not.
Yeah,
Oh.
if you had, oh, there we go. Oh, that was Sherman.
Oh, it
Martin.
was, yeah.
Yeah.
So after the night flying is always kind of a party. This is Carrie and his girlfriend. They're just kind of dancing and hanging out. And she was showing us my dog's dance with me. Carrie. I don't remember Carrie doing that. Roger's got a gas night flyer with lights on it, but I only got a short clip. And you can see there's just kind of some ridiculous stuff that happens. So if you haven't been to one, you can't capture the magic of it on video. It's like it really is like being out in middle school and just you're not worried about anything. You're out there with your friends hanging out and just having fun.
Yeah, and it's really, I mean, I love going there for the night flying.
If you listen to the RC Heli Nation podcast, that was Scott Graham running out to get his machine out of the weeds and put it back up in the air before he destroyed it. Right.
He crashed it 3 times on that flight, and then the 4th time it wouldn't fly again.
Yeah. And that's Devin with the Spectre gasser again also. He was just getting this dialed in also. So there's a lot of learning that goes on at Fun Flies, and you get a lot of help from people.
Yeah, we just put a performance pipe on it about 2 hours earlier, and was his first night flight on it. And it performed pretty darn well, I must say. But the kid's an amazing pilot too.
And there's some kids out there with RC cars and stuff, and
dogs chasing the RC car.
This is like at 2:00 in the morning or something. So
yeah, big fire pit that goes all night long. You can sit around the fire pit, especially like in the fall when it's cool and it's really, really nice.
Yeah. Well, that's us ranting about Spring Fling, and that's kind of a wrap up of what it was like there. So definitely get out to Fun Flies if you're one of those guys that's hiding out and we don't know who you are. We want to know who you are.
Right, and what you need to do is contact one of us before you go and let us know you're going to be there. Come check in with us when you get there. We'll take you through the pros and cons of it. I mean, it's just there's really nothing to it. I mean, it's just a matter of enjoying and having fun. I know that my first real fun fly was I think IRCHA 2011, and I'd flown for about 3 days before IRCHA started, and I remember it was Thursday morning, and I'd seen on the agenda they were going to have these quote unquote power hours. I had no idea what a power hour was, but it said they would show off all their brands, and so I remember telling Nadine that I was going to took my chair down to sit at the power hour and watch. And that was at like 9:00 in the morning. And I remember at about 1:00 in the afternoon, she came over and tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Did you have anything to eat yet?" And I went, "No." I was just mesmerized by the quality of the flying from group after group, whether it was, a line or whether it was Mikado or whether it was Scorpion or whether it was Futaba or whether it was XL. It didn't matter. I mean, it was just group after group got up there and it's one thing to see it on video. I mean, the YouTube videos are fun to watch, but it just isn't like being there and watching it in real life.
You've ever seen a rail dragster go down the line? You know what that feels like. And
Right.
watching on video is not the same. It's very similar with these. You can feel them. It's amazing.
Right. Yeah. But anyway, so well worth it to go and watch and learn and enjoy. And in my case, it's just more fun to hang out with good friends.
Yeah.
Much more fun.
All right. Well, we'll wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching and listening, and hopefully we'll see you. So if you want to reach out to someone who will help you meet people at a fun fly, whether we're going or not, if you want to reach out to either me, Alex Dean on Facebook, or Doug Darby, we'll at least put you in contact with the right people so that you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Always happy to help.
Yep. Cool. Signing off.
See you later.